Yeah, I would say that my greatest strength is probably my ambition. I think if my friends had to describe me in some greatest weakness, I would say probably is I'm somewhat of an anxious person, prioritizing and organizing, and I make sure that overwhelmed on time for deadlines. Yeah, I might think on that one for a minute. Gaining certain practical skills related to this role in insights and consumer insights, and then
Knock, knock. Hey, Kev. What you doing?
I'm just submitting this short story to a publication.
Oh, wow, that sounds really cool. What's it about?
It's about kind of like this Mars rover that's feeling lost after his mission is ended, and there's not really the crew's not coming back for him.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
Sounds kind of sci-fi-ish.
a little bit, yeah, but
Well, let us see it when it's done. I'll let you go back at it.
yeah, for sure.
All right.
Thank you.
See ya, hun.
See ya. I feel like that would be a common name.
Kevin the goat.
Dan, do I have a goat name? Shit.
I don't know. I feel like it's probably more rare than like Billy.
Billy Goat.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my god. I feel like this is like. Oh fuck, did I ever tell you about this? I think I did, but like. I don't know. I feel like. I don't know if it was when I was in like a darker spot or if I was just experimenting, but I think I hit a point with like weed where like, have you ever smoked enough where you're like, that's probably enough? Like, yeah, you've been there, right?
Like I've been there, but it's always been with edibles.
I gotcha. With when I was smoking at some point, like we were together. It was like honestly probably within the last year. I don't remember when exactly, but like I would get to that point, and then I'd be like, what would happen if I just kept going? Like I just want to see what happens. Like I'm like that's probably enough, but I'm like I don't know. I'm like I don't know. Some part of me like felt this like need to like push it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. Like that, in retrospect, that sounds so stupid. But
I might do a little bit more.
yeah, go for it. It looks really pretty. Like even though it's like there's nothing up there, it's like not even stars. I don't know. When I hit that point, like that was the first time where it just no longer made sense to me. And dude, that was like a thing about like going from like second grade, for literally first grade, where I'm like, I started to get this inkling that I'm like I am better at this side of things. Get to calculus like 15 years, maybe not 15, but like that was I don't know. It was like the closest thing to just like destroying my ego in a weird way. Like I was like I did. It's kind of interesting to think back on life prior to that for me and think about how much that probably influenced my life. Just like being
just like thinking you were like awesome at math and like
Yeah, and like, or I was like maybe not awesome, but awesome, but like maybe not like something special. But I was like, I'm actually like really, or like this is like something about this is like relatively easy for me, and I don't know why.
I feel like I had a very distinct moment with that in like ninth grade English. It might have been 10th grade English, but up to that point, I like absolutely loved reading. I was reading like absurd amounts of like pages every day. And then we got to like English, and it was like, oh, this will be easy breezy. I can read a book. And the first essay I got like a 60% on, which was my absolute lowest score that I've like ever gotten on anything in school up to that point. And that just like absolutely demolished my entire interest in that class for the rest of the year.
I feel like, I don't know, this is kind of the thing that I guess scares me to an extent, is it kind of feels like in some way I'm going through that right now. Like, I just feel like looking for jobs and stuff, like, it's like a taxing experience that, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, the one interview that I had recently, it was really weird compared to the last one, where I feel like the last one, for some reason, I felt like I walked out of there, I was like, you know what, I think I actually have a pretty good chance at this. And that almost, like, made it worse when I didn't get it.
Yeah.
But then the more recent one, it was like, I don't know, like, I was so good, I felt like I was so perfect for that spot. Like, I like fully believed in everything I was saying with that application, and just something about it, I just like was like, I don't think I got it. And like, I don't know, I think that's the thing, is like, I feel like I'm a really hardworking person, but man, it's hard, like, when shit just keeps happening where you're like, feel like I'm working my ass off on something and it's just not panning out. I don't know, I'm like, honestly, I feel like I'm feeling like heavy stuff in life right now, but
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, I can't tell if I'm like suppressing stuff, or like it just feels like everything is very, I don't know, it's not like heavy, it's like I'm in a room of like couch cushions that are all like pressed against me like very lightly. I'm tired of telling people I'm just looking for a job.
Yeah, it's probably the most annoying question. Do you want to go for a walk?
Yeah, I'd go for a walk. I don't know. I feel like that was a big experience for me. It was like, at some point not realizing that it's okay to cry in movies, but more like, it's like kind of nice to cry at a movie, or like when a movie gets you to the point where that's actually something you would do. Like they have to work to build that kind of a connection. Like,
They do.
I don't know, like, I don't know, for some reason for me, that was just such a very special thing that I like got really into, and that made me happy. And like, I don't know, it's just, I think that's why I put so much thought into like trying to make stuff, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know, but that never really went anywhere. Like, at some point, it just like, I felt like I hit so many barriers that I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if this is it. Like,
with the filmmaking.
yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
So you're not enjoying the roller coaster of seeking work, you were saying?
well, I'm a little bit worn out with like this podcast thing. I think I had my hopes up that I was going to hear back from that this week and or like I got through that second round survey, and I'm like, you're asking me questions like, what's more important, loyalty or truth? And I guess I was a little bit confused how I could mess that one up. I guess maybe they had a specific answer they were looking for, but it definitely, I don't know. I was just really hoping I'd get that one because I think some of these other industries, there's always some hesitation there, but that one I don't know. It felt like maybe I would be happier in that spot. But
It certainly looks interesting. Like that guy's, you got a lot of overlapping interests. I could see that. But that doesn't mean you won't hear from him.
yeah,
He could actually burn through a lot of people. That could be a pretty intense
true.
position for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah,
And yeah, and sometimes when you see like that perfect match, then you really kind of double down on hoping. And it's such a random and crappy process because there's a lot of disappointment.
yeah.
And then sometimes even when you get something, the buyer's remorse kicks in pretty quick.
I don't know. Did you ever think about like doing your own business? I mean, you told me a little bit, but
The problem is I'm not very good at that. No, I don't think. I mean, I'm thinking about it now. Like I might try to do it in a part-time capacity or something.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that'd be really great for you long term. I think you've already got the makings of that. So
Mm-hmm.
you'll probably keep your side projects going.
I feel like I'm ambitious and I have all these things going on, but I don't have like it's like I don't know if it's like a faith in myself kind of thing to go and do these or like I have all these ideas for things I could go work on, and it's, part of me wonders if I would just give myself the opportunity to actually go figure one of these things out. It's kind of like starting a business, but I guess maybe it's a little bit less concrete. But I don't know. Y'all are always telling me to take it easy and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like if I'm not applying to stuff, like I'm doing things, but like I don't know, it doesn't really feel like I'm moving towards some level of independence or the next stage of stuff, but
Yeah, but that's okay. There's something funny too that like it's just the nature of the job search. Like it takes a really long time, but then you kind of get these waves of interest. So you might end up with multiple interviews close together, and then that's where like getting the offer and knowing that you'll probably turn it down is sort of strangely satisfying because it's one of the few times where you feel like you're winning at the game, And no, I think you're doing all the right things. I think the really great thing is that your projects all result in like artifacts you can point back to.
it's just, I think that's what confuses me. It just feels like I'm doing all of the right stuff, but it's not working out.
I don't know. I think I would just keep doing what you're doing because that history of effort is pretty obvious. It's really just a matter of getting the attention of these people. And I honestly, the worst part about like look at my current job, like being bored at work is one of the worst possible things, and like should be your first clue you need a different job.
Definitely afraid of that.
Yeah. So you want an ambitious thing. That's why that podcast job would be really cool. Pretty sure something will come up. So you got an interview tomorrow?
Yeah.
And then you got another follow up with the UN thing pending probably.
Hopefully.
What are you doing?
This is my I need attention dance.
This is nice.
I do kind of wish that the cars on the other side of the river were a little further away, so you couldn't hear them here. But dude, look at all the little ducks hanging out.
Oh man, they're all so cute. I've always wondered how they keep their feet warm.
They keep their feet warm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I can't even keep my feet warm in shoes.
I think uh-oh, it's starting to rain a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, there's two blue herons. There's one right there and then one way over there.
Jesus. That's crazy. Is it up on that log?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Doesn't it kind of just look like a blob, like an umbrella?
Yeah, that's crazy. I think you're a really good painter,
Oh, thank you.
but I don't think you believe me when I say that.
Yeah. It's kind of silly. But
I mean, I feel like to you, I'm like a biased observer, which, I mean, I'm your boyfriend, so I am, but I still think you're a really good painter, and I mean it.
thank you. And yes, you're very biased, and that's okay. I like the last painting I did.
The butterfly,
Yeah.
I really like the butterfly.
I think the colors turned out nice.
I like the way the rain looks on the water.
Creates a good texture.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool to like spend a day just like living in Stardew Valley?
I would love to do that, but I think I'd be kind of afraid by the amount of slime.
I just think it would be nice to have that kind of simple process sometimes of just going out and farming. Like, I don't know what I would do if I were living in Stardew Valley.
I would probably get very stuck in the farm and be like, my beans, I need to protect my beans.
Yeah, could you tell me something that you bring to the table that other candidates might not? Yeah, I think there are many things that I could bring to the table besides other candidates, and I would say one of those things is just my ambition to take over and lead projects with other people. I think I'm a really good team member, but I'm also somebody who understands the strategies for bringing people together and how to... Could you tell me a little about your education, please? Yeah, so I majored in economics, and I think the primary reason I did that, well, I had sort of this unique experience where I started taking macroeconomics right about the time that felt like the world was kind of falling apart with COVID, which was equally interesting and terrifying, but I just loved having this lens into how the world worked. And thank you, Kevin. Is there anything else you would like to talk to us about today? Yeah. I just want to say I I think I can become a very valuable member of your team, and that what I really want to tell you is I won't waste your time. I have so much in me to give, and I want to put that out there somewhere, and I want to give back to the world, and I really, really, really want to work. I'm sorry, are you all right? Oh, sorry. Could you repeat the question again? Yeah, sure, I can repeat it. I was just wondering if there's something else you would want to talk with us about today. No, I think that's about it for me. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for meeting with us, and I'll get back to you in about a week or so. Okay. Yeah. All right. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Hey, can we go somewhere to talk?
Yeah. Sure.
I got the job offer in New Mexico.
Are you gonna take it?
I think I have to. Do you want to come with me?
I don't think I can. So, what does this mean for us?
I think we have to move on.
Hey, honey, are you doing okay?
Not really.
But Shaggy, that isn't part of my tour. I know. The rest of the gang brought it up. Oh no! You must not go there. That ancient village is haunted. Haunted?
Do you ever just look out at space and imagine like how empty it all is? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. How about you? Hmm. Yeah. Megan, I don't think I can come down. I think we need to take some time and just not hear each other's voices for a bit. I think at some point, one of us will call and we'll know what to say again. Mm-hmm. Okay. Bye-bye. Get up. What? I said get up. You're here for the position, correct? I don't get what you mean. The position is Kevin Foster? I am Kevin Foster. Okay, well let's do this. You ready? Well, let's start with an easy one. How are you doing right now? How am I doing right now? Come on. You know I'm not doing well. Why are you giving up on your dreams? I'm not giving up on my dreams. It's just I don't have dreams anymore. Don't give me that bullshit. They're stupid. Why believe in a dream when it's not gonna happen? How are you doing without her? Fuck you, man. Piece of shit. Be honest. What does it feel like to never finish something that's bigger than yourself?
I am completing things that are bigger than myself.
You're full of shit, aren't you? It's not like I'm not trying. It's just that nobody's giving me the opportunity to be more than me. And that's all I really want. But I'm tired of hearing this shit. Quit complaining. Why does every art project feel like a failure at the end of the day? I really couldn't tell you, man. It's all just... it's all just stuck in my own little void. Like, I'm not adding anything to the world by writing some stupid fucking story and nobody wants to read it. How do you ever feel like yourself? What does it even mean to feel like myself anymore? Nothing in my world makes sense to me. It's all just a mess of me trying and failing over and over again. And you know that. You know why you got rejected from all those publications, don't you? It's because I didn't try hard enough. What else do you want me to say? Whose fault is it that you're unhappy? It can't be my fault. It's your fault. It can't be my fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Fuck you. It's your fault. I fucking hate you. You're a fool. Do you blame yourself for her leaving? Do you blame her? I'm sorry, I don't think you have what it takes to be yourself.
Hey, what's up, honey?
Hey, I was just, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure, of course.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm just, I feel like I've been having kind of a tough time recently, and just, it feels like I am presenting myself to the world and I'm just kind of being turned away, and I'm not really sure why.
You never get to find out why completely, so that kind of sucks. But I think a lot of it is just the luck and timing, and
Sometimes it's starting to feel like there's stuff that's more important than just looking for jobs, but it also just feels like also kind of the most important thing at the same time, because it's what I'm doing or planning to do for so long in my life. And I guess like I'm just feeling very confused, and a lot of these jobs I'm applying to, it sometimes feels like I'm resigning myself to being unhappy with, in a weird way, this creative thing like it's like a building block for me, with these short stories, but it kind of allows me to open up and be processing some of the parts of my life, but then it's just like, it doesn't feel very good when I guess other people read them or don't read them, and they just I guess they see into your life, and it's like they don't see what's so special about it, if there is anything. But I guess we all kind of feel like our own stuff is kind of special in some way, but what I want to do is incompatible with what I can kind of make money doing. And I'm not sure like if that makes those things feel like a waste of time, or if they're more worthy of my attention because it's not just about making money. But yeah,
I don't think you'll ever regret writing those things, especially if you can look back at them in the future and remember where you were. That'll be nice. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a good process for, getting your thoughts out there. And I think that despite like rejection and stuff like that, you've learned a lot. You actually know more things than you knew before.
Why do you feel stuck?
I feel stuck because, I went through school and kept my grades up. I worked. I tried to get into positions, at least near the end, that were going to be beneficial for me getting out of school. I did extracurriculars, volunteering and working on things now, and it makes you start to feel like there's something wrong with you if you're putting yourself on a page and somebody is just saying no over and over again. And I just feel like with my short stories, it's like, are these just a waste of time? Like, is that something I should even be doing? And like, I feel like it, but
I think you should keep doing it.
It's a tough time.
Mm-hmm.
But be patient at all. I have faith in you. You're doing such a good job.
Not selling out is good. Not working for the finance place or selling rental furniture. Or pushing it, Yeah.
I just feels like I kind of got to claw my way back a little bit.
Maybe change it up
state.
a bit. Maybe take a trip.
Yeah.
It's always good to get out of the house. And go see something new and different. We're people.
Yeah.
I would keep going.
Yeah. Thank you. It's been 7 hours since Major Tom cut off communication. I can't help but feel a bit sad, despite knowing that 86 million miles was too far for them to come get me. I knew I'd be left in a familiar silence, but this time with no end. I can say now that many days have passed by with just the driftings of sand in front of me and a flat wave of space on the horizon. I've watched the sky fold from the blaring sun into freezing cold time and again. The serenity never seemed to cease when I would roll on past the stars. Sure, at times I'd find myself caught in a storm of dust, or a call would be missed, and I'd wonder if I'd ever hear my friends' voices again. But there was always a way back. That time has passed. My solar panels are fried and my treads worn bare. I stand on the precipice of a ravine, a tumbling fall below onto the jagged orange rocks. I stare across at the high peaks shrouded in dust, the great mounds I would call my friends as they handed me the sun in the mornings. It's hard to believe that with all this space, we close ourselves off from the ones we love. There's so much room to grow, yet we shelter in our little worlds, leaving it all empty, laying little tracks in the sand. I'm aimless, but my memories hold me together. Major Tom's jokes, the thank yous from back home, even how my wheel began to fidget after a long day of roving around. These memories, they make me laugh, they make me cry, they make me smile. Maybe I'll send one last picture to Tom to remember me by before I give in to the end of my journey. Goodbye, my friend. Yeah, I think it's that one up there on the left.